welcome back to Act 2 of Session 23. We left off with Regali asking our Dungeon Master a question about her feather, and during the break, Dennis has come up with the answer, and I'll turn it back over to him.
Okay, feather token out of the DMG. This is the whip kind, and it acts like a spiritual weapon. You use an action to throw the token to a point 10 feet in front of you, and the token disappears, and a floating whip takes its place.
So since I don't have my action, I can't use it right now?
Correct. You then use a bonus action to make a melee spell attack against a creature within 10 feet of that whip, with an attack bonus of +9.
Whoa!
Ooh!
On a hit, the target takes 1d6 plus 5 force damage. As a bonus action on your turn, you can direct the whip to fly 20 feet and repeat against a new creature 10 feet from it.
Okay.
After an hour, the whip disappears and the feather does not come back.
Okay.
Or you can just dismiss it. This does not require attunement.
All right. Good to know.
I will point out you probably don't want to use it this far away from it anyways, because you can only move it 20 feet a turn.
I'm gathering that.
Okie dokie.
One of the frustrations of playing a cleric and having a spiritual weapon not next to the fight. It's like, oh, this is pointless now because it doesn't move that fast.
All these classes I don't play and know nothing about.
I've done bard, cleric, and druid. That's about it.
I've done bard and also bard.
Stick with what you know, I guess.
Weird when you start bursting into random song in other classes.
I think any class can burst into a random song.
Oh, that's what that looks like. So it doesn't need to see.
What?
It has the blessing.
What?
No, the blessing.
Okay, the blessing.
Obviously.
Frederick, I
Oh.
warned you shouldn't run back in.
Oh, I've got an idea.
So back to that ceiling collapsing plan.
Yep.
I
So it is, I should say, we don't even want to know he or she, do we? It.
No, you're the one who's weirdly fixated on its nipples.
It. All right. So that's Regali, who gets to make wisdom saving throw now that it's her turn.
If it looks like we're all
16.
gonna die, I will take down the ceiling.
What did you say?
16.
All right, you pass. You are no longer afraid when you remember that you have that cool whip feather in your pocket.
Ew. I should get closer just in case it can only move 20 feet.
Yes, interesting.
You know, based on nothing other than what I remember from the last time we fought someone with one of these.
Okay, my turn.
Yes, it turns out floating whips don't move very fast.
5, 10, 15, 20,
DM, can we see the screen again?
25, 30.
Watch me whip. Watch me slay. Now watch me whip. Watch me melee.
5, 10, 15, 20. Down. 25, 30, 35, 40.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
And I'll give him 6 hit points of damage for taking that fall,
Yay.
or a d6 worth. And I rolled a 1, so don't yay too much. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he's going to do a Dennis and run along the pool edge. However, Frederick, you get the feeling that he is looking through the darkness right into your soul.
Okay.
Dennis, what do you mean he's going to do a Dennis and run around the pool edge? What have you been doing down in Florida?
Well, I grew up on a pond, and around the pond was this 6-inch wide border of bricks. And it used to be a thing for my friends and I to run as fast as we could along that border without falling in or falling off.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a reference nobody would have gotten unless you grew up with me.
Or you specifically.
Ember, it's your
Hello.
turn.
Does Frederick say anything?
No, he just throws this thing on the ground and it poofs into like this Batman smoke, and now nobody can see anything.
It's typical Frederick.
So I heard the
Doesn't
guy
seem to be
running.
working. Don't worry, I have an idea.
Wait a minute. You can't just dismiss this one the way you can your own darkness. This is like an independent thing, isn't it?
Ah. The darkness has
Yeah.
a very specific thing, and I will get to it.
Okay. I guess Ember would move to the east to try and see it like Orion did, because she doesn't know that it went into the darkness.
So you want to do what?
I want to go east to like try and get an angle on it like Orion did, because I wouldn't know that it went into the darkness already.
Okay, this would be 30. You're not a giant weasel.
I could
All right.
be.
Now.
Heffalumps and woozles.
Just Ember. Okay.
And then I guess I'd move. So I go there. I still don't see it. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll dash down by Orion.
Double move?
Yeah. I can't see it. I can't do anything.
Okay.
I'll have Ild go upwards. And so
Okay.
he's over the darkness.
Okay.
Can I have him hold an action to shoot it if he sees it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that, I guess, then.
Back to Frederick.
Someone
All right.
made confusing darkness.
I reach into my pack, pull out my iron pot, which is just in my inventory, and I cover the spot that the darkness is emanating from, thereby blocking it, erasing the darkness.
What?
Yes, that is specifically.
Yay, you undid what you did before.
Well, if he couldn't have seen in it, then he would have had disadvantage attacking me. I would have had a straight roll as opposed to disadvantage, and I could have done my Hexblade's Curse stuff. But unfortunately, it did not work out how I was hoping it would. So now I am correcting.
Darkness redacted.
You know,
Redacted darkness. So I guess that means Ild gets to do his attack. Just go ahead and roll that.
Or Ilse can play in the rafters, because rafters probably take wild burn.
Like I've
come
said before,
on.
that's plan B.
I can't believe that works. All
I'm
right.
worried that plan B will be too late.
Frederick was,
I can take out all the rafters in probably one action.
Frederick, was that your action or your,
You tell me. Just setting a pot on a on the floor. If it's an action, yeah, I'll just do that, and then I'll move back with my movement back to and Ember.
Does a 12 hit him for Ild's attack?
12 does hit, yes.
Ooh. Ild does 5 damage.
Nice. Hey.
This guy doesn't
Every little bit
happen to
helps.
be vulnerable to fire, does he?
It doesn't seem to be.
Okay.
Frederick, are you done?
Yeah, since that was my action. Yes. I'll bonus action. I will cast Hex and give Speller disadvantage on strength checks.
Oh, you the man, Frederick. You the man.
Strength checks, that's actually really good.
That's what I got.
Okay.
Gives me one more option of something I could do, but I'd have to give up my last spell slot.
Regali.
Yes. I would like to run toward the elevator.
That's 30.
And then um 6 arms and still no brains. What a disappointment.
Huh. 18. All right. Is that all you want to do?
So willful.
I'm going to recommend that we make a hasty retreat. Time to wrap things up, as in upward. And hope that the guys come. That'll be all.
How fast does the elevator move?
Not very.
Yeah, not very at all.
Yeah.
Um,
I worry we can't get away without it just smashing the elevator's shaft.
If we bring the ceiling down.
Well, if I remember
how do we get out?
correctly, if I remember correctly, this type of elevator, the mechanism was at the top, right?
yes. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. So even if he starts smashing the shaft, as long as we can get above him, it won't take us down. Whereas modern elevators are frequently built with the mechanism underneath them, and that would be a big problem. But
Hey, wait a second. Did I not get a chance? Oh, no, I did. No. Frederick went. Aren't I after Frederick?
Yeah, I went.
18 points
Oh,
of
yeah.
damage.
What was
18.
his to hit? What was his to hit?
Let's see. So natural 20 and an 18, a 16, but he's at a +5, so that's a 20. So 3 of those
shield.
D6s. I'm sorry?
Shield. 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 Shield spell.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
I thought it was...
And did we skip Orion?
I think
No.
you did.
Yeah.
You did.
Unless he is like right after me. Because you're 21, I was 23, so he could be in there somewhere.
Yeah, Orion's supposed to go before me.
I thought I went right after Frederick.
What in the world? Do you ever try and do a search for shield the spell and just keep getting shield the item?
Nope, that never
You get a
happens to me because I
+5
use
to my
books.
Armor, yeah.
I would
Armor
type
class is
in
up by
5e
5.
shield spell. Yeah,
I
it's a
typed in
reaction.
shield spell 5e. An invisible barrier,
An invisible
magical
barrier
force
of
appears
magical
and protects
force.
you. Until the start of your next turn, you have a +5 to your armor class. All right, so if we give you a +5, that means only 2 of them hit.
Oof. Still 2 hit.
Because the natural 20 hits, the 18 plus 5 hits, so that's 2. Would you like me to re-roll damage?
No, you're good.
Yes.
No,
Did you roll
want,
high or low the first time?
you want me to. I rolled a 6, a 5, and 2 1s. I re-rolled your damage. I got a 6 and a 2.
Okay.
But one of them was a natural 20, so that's another 2. So that's 10 plus 5 is strength, so 15. So 3 less than last time. Now, what was this about missing Orion?
Yeah, I thought I was immediately after Frederick in the order of initiative.
And you are.
Yeah.
So Regali, I skipped you, and Regali ran for the elevators.
And you got
So
to-
Orion,
Yeah.
Orion, as this thing is dancing along the very thin lip of this pool to get to Frederick, what would you like to do?
I will run forward and hit it. I'm going to take out another one of my sun rods, and I'm going to use that as an improvised weapon. And I'm going to attempt to hit it and then attempt to grapple it, unless it's huge. I'm a medium size. Is this thing large size?
Good question.
I wish sizes in the store worked like this. All humans are medium sized.
Let's see.
I'm assuming large, just because on page 191, it
Yeah,
says
his-
space is 10 by 10 for a large.
Yep, his reach is 10, so
Okay, so he's not. Okay, so I can still grapple him. If he was huge, then I would not be able to grapple him. So I am going to make an attack with the sun rod as my improvised weapon, followed by a grapple attempt. The sun rod, I rolled a 15. Does that hit?
a saving throw on the sunrod here. You have broken the sunrod on this guy's arm, one of them, I guess.
That's fine. Does it?
Sure.
Might be
What's
hard to
your-
grapple him with all those arms.
15 hits it though?
Yes, it does.
All right, so I guess my question to you, improvised weapons, I use a D6. Is there any fire damage bonus?
No.
Okay, I'll poo-poo on that idea. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and then I will attempt to grapple this dang thing. Oh, goodness. And it's got disadvantage, according to Frederick, correct?
On strength checks.
Okay, so it's
Yep.
gonna have to beat my 26.
So it will use dexterity instead. I'm just kidding. Maybe I am. Let's see.
Probably
Strength
not
is,
very good with dexterity anyways.
It's
strength
either,
is 20. Strength is 20, dexterity is 12. So he will use the strength. And he's at disadvantage.
Correct.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 17. So
Pluses again.
I get a +5, so I have a 22.
doesn't beat my 26.
Then you're hanging on to this guy.
You're darn right I am.
What a interesting. Are you going for the ankles, the knees, the hips?
I am envisioning like I've got one arm
Um,
around its thigh and like one arm is up into its groin area and I'm holding on for dear life.
Hold on one second.
He
That
is.
doesn't-
He just said, for very dear life.
You seize the target by making a grapple check.
I don't think you can stop it till it's pinned though.
What was, there was that one stupid feat that you could take that would stop anything in its tracks.
Sentinel.
Sentinel.
Yeah, that's just so.
It's
gonna-
a very powerful feat.
If somebody takes it, we're going to have to address that problem.
I will say, unrelated to this game, I thought about taking it for the Curse of Strahd game. Then I remembered you hate it so much.
I don't hate it. I can't. Imagine Froghemoth coming at you and you decide to use Sentinel to stop it in its tracks. How the heck are you going to stop Froghemoth in its tracks? I mean, it's just physically not possible.
It
without
is
the
pretty
use of-
ridiculous that it
without
just
the use of a grenade or something.
flat out stops it. And like even on top of that, it's like, oh, even if they disengage, you still get to do your attack.
Grappling.
So a grappled creature's
Must be
speed.
no more than one size bigger than you.
Yep.
And he's not.
So its speed becomes 0. It can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition will end if it breaks my grapple.
Okay.
But you-
Interesting. So that's Orion, and then he does not do 15 points of damage on Frederick.
Oh,
You're welcome, buddy.
Regali is by the elevator, no problem. And now it's my turn.
Boy, I wonder who it's going to attack.
Well, he's no longer interested in Frederick. And Orion's armor class is 15. So that is 2 hits on you. None of them are natural 20. That's 4 plus 5. That's 9 points of damage on Orion.
Okay. So there goes the
He doesn't even bother to try and break loose. He wants you there.
Good. He's not going to like it. I'm going to make him pay.
Hold on one second. I got to make sure he can use.
Orion's like hanging off its one arm. Like, I've got it. I got it on
I
the
got it
ropes.
right where I want it. Trust me, boys. Trust me, ladies.
Okay.
Boys.
Ember.
Brian, this thing's even bigger than me.
The bigger they are, the harder they hit. That's what they taught me in fight school.
Frick.
Fight.
Ember.
Yeah, I don't want to use my last spell because I might need it to save someone from dying. So I'm gonna go north and just shoot it with a firebolt. Does a 12 hit?
It does.
Yay. 7 fire damage. And then bonus action, I'll have Ild move next to, so like just north of the monster, so it's next to Frederick, Orion, and the monster. And I would like him to hold his action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got more than one because of his arms. I should have rolled more grapple checks.
Okay.
It's okay, Dennis. Better luck next time.
Thanks. What would you like Ild to do?
I would like Ild to hold his action for, I guess if the monster either breaks the grapple or tries to pull Orion away, I'll have him teleport towards me.
Okay. This is going to be bad.
I feel like Orion may have made a poor decision here.
Frederick.
It's all good, man.
It's okay. I got your back, Orion. Or Ild does. Just please no more darkness.
I'm gonna head north 10 feet and launch an Eldritch Blast at it. Missed.
Did you say miss?
Yeah, I rolled a 2 again.
And Ild did move, so he's just north of the monster.
Yeah, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Orion,
I
you
haven't.
notice now. I have to tell you this.
Yep.
All right. He started to struggle, and he was going to beat you off, but then he got this dark gleam in his eye, and now he's grinning at you.
Yeah.
So what would you like to do?
I'm gonna do a little dirty boxing. Since
Okay.
I have the grapple feat, I get to
Yeah.
make my attacks at advantage. I am going to burn a moxie point, and I am going to launch 3 quick uppercuts into its groin.
Okay.
So the first attack is a 15 to hit. The second attack is a 23. And the third attack is a 19.
Okay.
Do all of them hit or 2 of the 3?
Yes,
Okay.
they all hit.
22 points of bludgeoning damage into its groin.
Okay. It still
I
has
just
his.
imagining Orion just hanging on, just not punching this guy.
He still has this glint in his eye and that grin on his face. Regali, whatever it is you do, hope it saves Orion's life.
No pressure, Regali.
Okay, I got this.
Do you? Do you really?
I think so. It's gonna do what I think it's gonna do.
I'm gonna get in the elevator and then aim through the timbers and shoot it with my short bow.
Okay.
$14,
Damage?
5.
Okay.
Was it a button or a lever to activate the elevator?
Once you engage the clutch, then it's just a matter of waiting for the spool to catch up with itself, and then it will just start to slowly rise. So it's a lever.
Then I'm going to activate the elevator.
Are you going up alone?
I hope not.
All right. Does anybody have a bonus action or a reaction that can save Orion's life?
I do. I had Ild hold his action.
Okay. The aspect not only, and you'll have to answer for Orion, does Orion still want to keep this thing grappled?
Yes, I'm buying my friend's time to get out of there.
Okay. So with advantage, he grapples you back and falls into the pool.
Okay. I said
Do I get to oppose that grapple?
You
fall?
do. However, I think initiative-wise, it's Ild right now because Ild senses what's going on.
yes, and I did say Ild was holding his action to if he broke the grapple or tried to drag Orion away.
Okay.
He's trying to drag Orion. So he will do his held action, which is to teleport towards me. And hopefully...
While they
bring-
were still on the edge of the...
Yes.
Okay. Is Orion going with you or is he staying?
It is technically up to him, but I very much hope he makes the right choice.
But he's grappled and being grappled.
But it's only about willingness
Yep.
All right.
for a teleport.
So you're going to magically disappear out of the grasp of this thing's claws.
If I'm willing to go.
All right. Let's do your grapple check first. I have a dirty 20.
I got a nat 20, so it's a 28.
Okay. Would you like to teleport away from this thing as it starts to drag you into the pool?
With my
Already.
28, can I redirect its direction?
I don't know how you would do that.
Okay.
Orion, you can grapple it again away from the pool.
To quote Gandalf, I'll look at my friends and go, "Flee, you fools," and drag it down.
Flee with us, you fool!
No!
It's dinner time.
I'm not willing to go. I'm buying you guys time.
We
Go.
don't need you to buy us time. I already start.
Orion, if you teleport away, he'll still fall into the pool.
You
I'm holding
idiot.
on to him.
You idiot.
We're not leaving without you, Orion.
We don't have game time to all of this. You just hear me say, "Fly, you fools," and I'm gonna hold on to him because I've grappled him right back. He can't break my grapple, and I'm gonna willingly get dragged in there, and I'm gonna hold him and give you guys time to get the hell out of Dodge.
Fine. That's not.
Well, if it's grappled, its speed is 0, right?
Correct.
So it can't
It's
move.
falling.
I mean, it's 10 feet.
So Ild just appears next to us with no Orion.
It's also gonna take some fire damage, right?
So is Orion if he
Yeah.
doesn't go with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
You make a dex save. You fool.
My guess is I would assume that both of our deck saves are failures because we're all intertwined. But I'll leave that up to Dennis.
You might have disadvantage, I'm not sure.
Oh.
It's
Alright.
6 to whoever fails.
You're at a -5 swim check there, Orion. So roll a d20, add your swim speed. I guess you don't have one, so it's athletics, and then subtract 5.
Athletics, I actually have that's 25, so that's a dirty 20.
Okay. All right. You don't go under. It does, but you manage to keep your head above it. And then you can't touch the bottom. I can't believe somebody actually went in the pool.
Is it cold?
It feels cold, and then it feels warm, and then it feels cold, and then it feels warm, and then it feels too hot. And every once in a while it feels too cold. And now you are starting to get the sensation of worms
Oh, no. That's probably not good.
crawling all over your skin.
Worms like the Colts kept mentioning.
My grapple check is 24. I rolled a 19.
You
Still
want me
has
to make?
disadvantage on strength checks.
Well, he wants to take you deeper into the pool.
Okay. He's got. Did you roll that at disadvantage? Because he's still hexed.
Then I rolled a 16,
I got an 18.
so 21. So you're going deeper.
Okay.
Okay. Elevator's going up. Oddly enough, Frederick.
Can I see, like, looking out at the,
I was gonna say before
What's that?
Frederick makes his decision. It's 8 o'clock. Let's
True.
pause for effect, and we'll be back with Act 3.
cliffhanger?
Perfect my